Hi, dear listener, and welcome to this episode of the ESSB Honors Podcast of 2020-2021. My name is Elise. I'm a pedagogy student, and I'm here together with Gao because we did our internship together. It was an internship about nudging in education.
Hi, I'm Gal. I'm 20 years old and I'm a public administration student. And first, we're going to talk about our experience with the ECSB honors program. So, Elise, what did you think of it?
Well, it was well, all right. Of course, it was a shame that we had to do it during the COVID crisis year. So it was different from other years. Well, at least that's what I think, because of course we were only in this year. But yeah, it was a shame that the social aspect of it kind of got lost because all the meetings were online. But besides that, I think it was so much fun and we learned a lot. So yeah, that's my global idea of it. What was your kind of favorite thing from the program?
Um, I think the lecture, well, we had a lot of lectures, of course.
Yeah.
And I think my favorite one was about psychedelics. Like we had two sessions about it. And it was very interesting. Like I learned a lot about psychedelics and the healing aspects of it. And yeah, and the lecturer was also a very good storyteller, I thought. And we also had a lecture about climate change.
Yeah.
Yeah, and that was also very good.
Yeah, I thought so too. And oh, what did you think of the lecture about what was it called again? It had something to do with detective work and psychology.
Oh, How to Get Away with Murder?
Oh yeah, that
Yeah.
was a great one.
Yeah, that was a great one. And for the listeners, that meeting was organized by students of the honors program. So what, like in the beginning, you will get a group and you can come up with the idea together. You can, and then you can like, how do you say it?
Yeah, so first you write a proposal with your group, and then the coordinators basically pick their favorite one, and that group gets to organize the whole meeting. In when was it? In
I think
April?
in March.
Oh, yeah, it could be. I don't remember the specific date, but that's super cool. So if you're interested in that, you can already start thinking about what you want to do next year.
Exactly. And yeah, besides the honors program and the monthly meetings, we also needed to do a research internship of 100 hours. And Elise and I, we did the both internship, and it was a lot of fun, right?
Yeah, it definitely was. It was obviously completely new for us.
Mm-hmm.
So, but it was really exciting. And I think once again, we learned a lot from it. So maybe we could elaborate a little bit about what we did.
Yeah.
Um, so, as I said, the internship was called Nudging in Education.
Yes.
Maybe could you explain a little what that means?
Nudging.
Yeah.
Well, yeah, I don't know if everyone is familiar with the concept, but nudging is like I will give an example. If you will take the stairs, like if you have a elevator and the stairs, and if someone makes the stairs more appealing by painting a piano on it, you would be more likely to take the stairs. And that's just unconsciously yeah, changing your behavior, but you still have a choice to make. Like,
Yeah, right.
yeah.
It's about influencing behavior indeed.
Mm-hmm.
So, our supervisor was Robert Weijers, and yeah, his research was about, well, education, obviously,
Yes.
um, and he focused on a few things, and one of them was how to, yeah, make students ask more questions during lessons. And yeah, the thing that we did was mostly, I think, data analysis.
Yeah, analyzing data and also making the data clear to analyze.
Yeah.
So
So
in the beginning, it was a lot of Excel work.
yeah, it was. So we had to figure that out first. But yeah, it was a journey, but it was fun to explore. And it was also very interesting to look at the data and to, well, sort of form our own conclusions about whether or not the nudging was useful. Yeah, what else did we do?
Yeah, well, after that, after we analyzed all the data, we also looked at his papers because he wanted to submit them to a paper. And if you want to submit a paper to a scientific journal, you need to qualify to a lot of points. So we looked at it for him. And now currently we're working on a website about nudging in education. So that's, we've got a lot of different tasks.
Yeah, that's fun as well. Indeed we've set up a website to yeah, present the results and present the whole research to the outside world. So it's available for everyone. And that has been fun to work on as well, indeed.
Yeah, like it's very different. I mean, we wouldn't normally make a website, and now we got an opportunity to
Yeah,
see how
right?
it
Who
works.
would have thought?
Yeah, exactly.
Us making a website. Yeah. So as you can tell from our story, there's a lot of options within, yeah, the research internship that you're gonna take. um,
Oh
yeah.
yeah,
Oh, maybe we can talk a little bit more about those options because we were very precise in our um, sort of what's it called, keeping the hours. I can't come up with the words. Anyway, we noticed that we weren't making 100 hours, and we probably weren't gonna make them in time. So we first looked into the option of starting our own little project, which is also something you could do. So keep that in mind. If you want to start something on your own, um, discuss it with your supervisor because there is more possible than you would think. And also, if you're interested in that, you should definitely listen to Suzanne's podcast because she has done her own project with the same supervisor as we had. So, yeah, that's just a little tip from me.
yes, and it really depends on the supervisor though. So yeah, I don't think it counts for everyone.
No, but you could definitely search for someone who would
Yeah,
um, help you do that. So that's great. But yeah, so that was one option we had, but since we were in the middle of the school year already, we didn't have much time for that. So eventually, um, our lovely coordinator, Angelique, came up with a job offer to become research assistants. That's the job we took together as well to also fill up those hours. So maybe you could talk a bit more about that, Gal?
yeah, it was really fun. Like our how do you say supervisor is called Warda, and her research is pretty cool. It's about city branding, like the municipality of a city, for example, Rotterdam, they will have like a brand about Rotterdam. So the brand of Rotterdam is Make It Happen. And she will look into the brand of Rotterdam and how citizens of the city perceive the brand. And what we did, we searched for respondents for the focus groups because she held a lot of focus groups to hear about the experiences of the citizens. But we also searched literature for her, and I also went to a focus group with her in Amsterdam because she's not only doing it in Rotterdam, also in Amsterdam and in Antwerpen, so she can compare the cities to each other. And besides that, what did we do? Like we also made word clouds of the focus groups of everything they said. so she can present it to the municipality.
Yeah, right. So that was a whole different view on research because we were responsible for, yeah, very different tasks than in the previous internship. And what Gal also said is that this project was, yeah, this research was more qualitative. So it was really about people's opinions and, yeah, the way people view their own city, um, which made it also very interesting just to look at the things they said. So we had transcripts of all the interviews, and it was really nice to read that and, yeah, learn a lot more about Rotterdam basically, because I am not from Rotterdam. So it was, yeah, I learned a lot from it, and I really like doing that.
Yeah, and I'm also very glad we did 2 internships. I mean, the first one was quantitative. It was a lot with data and with Excel and SPSS. And the second one was more qualitative. And yeah, you get a very broad range of view of research, because I think I do like qualitative research more than quantitative.
Yeah, very true. Me too. It's just it has more meaning or something. It's not only numbers, it's real opinions, it's real
Yeah.
views. That's so cool to look at.
And you get to interact with people,
Yeah,
instead
with
of
actual
numbers.
people. Yeah,
Yeah.
that's true. Yeah.
So
Yeah.
yeah, I really liked it.
Me
And
too.
yeah, maybe our last question. What are your plans for the future? I mean, the
Oh,
honors program, it stops in July, and it's only a 1 year program. And in this third year, you don't have an honors program, at least not an ESSB honors program. So what are your plans, Elise?
I have not been preparing for this question. I don't really know. First of all, I of course hope that we still get to do the trip next year because for all our future generation honor students, there was supposed to be a trip like to some city in Europe. I don't know which one ours was supposed to be, but yeah, that's super cool. But of course, due to the crisis, we didn't have that trip. So hopefully we'll have that next year. And yeah, my future plans. I think finishing my bachelor would be a great idea. um, yeah, I am not really sure. Do you have clear plans for the future?
Yeah, well, for the future, I mean, I'm going to move to Rotterdam in the summer. And
Yeah, right.
yeah, of course, I'm doing a minor next year. And I think I will join NMUN, and it's Nation Model United Nations. It's something from our study association, Kano Newly. And those
Oh,
are my plans, I think. I'll just see what will happen next
yeah.
year.
Yeah, right. So maybe we should conclude our little podcast episode.
Yeah, you should.
Um, well, so first we talked about how great we think the honors program is. As we said, it is a lot of fun. So if you're still doubting whether or not you want to do it, just go for it. You will learn a lot and you will meet great new people. And yeah, we also talked about our experiences with the research internships. Of course, you don't have to do 2 of them. We were just very ambitious, but one is fine. And yeah, don't worry too much about it because the most of the internships are very flexible. So it's not that you have to do those 100 hours in 2 months or something. You have half a year, so don't worry about that either. Um, yeah, and I think I just want to say good luck.
Yeah, good luck, fellow honor students.
Goodbye, and you can
Bye.
also always ask us any questions if you like.
Yeah, of course.